Hey Pet Sim Squad, our little corner of the internet has a bit of news today, so let's jump right in. On Flight Rising, there will be a registration window September 12th through 17th. If you are going to sign up, I would really appreciate to be your referral. My username is raffle and my ID number is 32072. Every time that there is a registration window, there's a little bit of tension in the Flight Rising community. This time invoked some frustration from users who want to see more content added to the site. It usually invokes some kind of comment about how there's supposed to be a dragon released every year and different genes added more frequently. User Big Gay Dragons on Tumblr had a really great response about how a registration window does not take away from developers with specialized skills working on features unique to those skills, like art and coding. I thought this was a very eloquent response, and I love this Tumblr user. This also brings up the comment and the question, will registration ever be permanently open? The closed registration brings a lot of attention to the site. Every time there is a registration window, it gets to be a media snippet that people share. There's user-based advertising through this way because everybody wants to refer friends, and it generates interest. I wouldn't be surprised if we never see it permanently open. Also, it could permanently open after some different site infrastructure is added. I know that last time we made a video, the hat decor coincided with a lot of lag on the site, so who knows, there may be some kind of back-end reason why registration isn't open yet. An interesting claim popped up on the Flight Rising Tumblr that some users haven't gotten their Kickstarter rewards yet. I kind of want to put some feelers out there. Is anybody watching a previous Kickstarter backer of Flight Rising who has yet to receive their rewards? Some of these rewards were like designing items. So let me know in the comments below, trying to do some basic level of research on this, because if they haven't given out those rewards yet, that's just insane. Also, I've got some dragons for sale. I typically don't do this. I've got a video hopefully coming out sometime this week about the way I do my dragon genealogy, and I'm switching up the paradigm I have about keeping dragons, where I'm going to be exalting less and selling more. So definitely check out my lair to see the dragons that are up for sale. Moving on to Lioden. There are new high score lists for killing lions / sending lions to the reserve. I personally practice sending lions to reserve as a way to try to generate karma. There are also some updates to caves, which is absolutely excellent. You can move multiple lions at once, and this next one speaks directly to me as a person who wasn't super warm to caves to start with. There will be a new cave display format for the user page that goes back to listing all of the lions on the user page, but it will separate them by caves. This is in response to a lot of users having a negative reaction to caves, not seeing it as something that they would have opted into if they had the choice. I believe that Lioden's admins and developers do a really good job of reacting to users when they have this kind of comment and critique of a site feature. My old alpha, Lisa Frank, retired last week, leaving Lisa Frank 2 up for studying. He has over 1,600 stats and 9 markings. I believe there are 11 stud slots remaining this week, so if you're curious, go ahead and head over to my den and send a request to Lisa Frank. The Pet Summer Clan has a raffle ongoing for cave construction goods. There are 2 large leaves and 1 large rock at 10 silver beetles per ticket, so go ahead and enter that before it wraps up on Sunday the 18th. Tattered Weave has a new game called Hoof It, and it's only available on easy mode. It's like a Simon Says, remember the order of a dance routine, and now users can cheer on forum posts. A really interesting bit of Tattered Weave that I would love to dive in sometime in a video. I read a study recently that mentioned that female forms of gaming really focus on community and lore, which are not traditional gaming paradigms explored. For instance, in Neopets, you don't get any kind of rewards for commenting on forums. However, Tattered Weave just kind of naturally and intuitively taps into this and rewards users for participating in lore and commenting on the forums. I think that this was not done on purpose, especially because this study is very recent, but the fact that Tattered Weave is doing this is just absolutely phenomenal, and it's paradigm shifting. I think that Tattered Weave is just one of the best designed games that is currently in beta. Moving on to Chicken Smoothie. This month featured all staff litter with 30 outcomes for a dog. I have my dogs growing up, and that's exciting. I'm getting tons of trades. Thank you everyone for being so generous and kind. I'm definitely going to continue playing Chicken Smoothie. I I've been logging in almost on a daily basis now, checking out the pound. I've developed a wish list. Thank you so much, everyone, for being so kind. Moving on to Clan Heart, I have no additional news regarding the crowdfunding. Of course, you guys will be the first to know as soon as I get any kind of information. The Kitsune and Dragon art were released. The Kitsune is my new favorite. I think that as soon as the art server is updated with these new designs, I'm gonna move straight to Kitsune. What is your favorite new design? I know some users on the Tumblr were being a little bit sassy and frustrated about the redesigns. I want to hear what you guys think. On Neopets.com, there are actually no real updates from the site, but from the community, there was a layout redesign framework posted by Plasterbrain on Reddit, and I absolutely love this exercise and the result they came up with. I think it's absolutely fascinating to see layout redesigns from the community because we are the people who interact with the site the most, so we should know the most and have the most to provide. Let me know what you think of both Plasterbrains and which site I should attempt this for. I was definitely thinking about doing this for Intimida, but it would require spending so much time on Intimida that I don't frankly think is worth it. Also, I received an overwhelming amount of feedback to do a Food Club Bets video. That's been noted, and I'm trying to develop a greater level of education on Food Club Bets before I do that, just to see how it works, so I can give you guys as much information as possible instead of just like giving you resources so you can connect the dots yourself. Novelar's beta starts on September 16th. Definitely write that down in your planner if you are interested in joining Novelar. A few users recommended that I try Sylestia, so I signed up. My username is Bonkish. Message me. Let me know what's up on Sylestia. Definitely let me know in the comments what my goals should be and what I should prioritize. Moving on to something a little bit more serious. In channel news, I will be launching a Patreon shortly. Next weekend, I will be streaming on September 18th. That is Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell me what games you want to watch me play. I recently hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support. I really appreciate it. My goal is to release a Draw My Life video in celebration of that. However, I don't really have a great video camera right now, so that is priority over shooting that video. I just wanted to comment on the fact that I didn't release a video this week. So the change of seasons is tough for a lot of people, and I just want to thank you guys for practicing the same kind of respect and patience for me that I try to exercise for all of my squadlings. What I'm trying to do this season is take some classes in person, but also some online, like on Coursera. For instance, interaction design is a course I'm taking right now. I took a lot of web design classes in college, including one website navigation design course, and I really just want to bring this back to you guys and use it as a tool to judge games by. So thank you so much for your support during this time, even if it means making less videos. And what this ultimately comes down to is I'm going to be reducing my 2 video a week guarantee down to 1 video a week, just to make sure that I'm still delivering quality, but I'm also taking care of the things in my life that need to be taken care of. In other kind of very unrelated news, this isn't sponsored, but if you guys like planners, I really love having planners. The Ink and Bolt planner on Kickstarter launched this week. Kate Maserda designs that. I reached out to her just to get some clarification. There were no changes to the overall design for the 2017 planner from the 2016 planner. I'm always a stickler for optimizations and improvements, so I asked her about that. I strongly recommend that you guys always reach out to people doing stuff that you're loyal to. Like if there is something that you experience brand loyalty to, I really recommend that you talk to those creators and give them your feedback, because they're people with ideas that you as a dedicated consumer can influence, and that feedback is very valuable to them. I always recommend that you do this. I'm of course communicating with Kate and telling her, hey, I agree with all of the bloggers that reviewed this thing on the things that could have been improved, and I'm frustrated that they weren't. An outcome of that frustration is that I'm going to be trying other planners, including like the Passion Planner. So what do you guys use and what do you recommend for a planner? Anyways, that kind of wraps up the news this week. Let me know what you guys think of everything mentioned. Thanks so much for watching and have a nice week. Bye!